All right, so you get to see that the human body is yeah, the human body has some enzymes that usually what help in progression of some basic pathways that will basically keep our body in the right state and all of that. So if these enzymes are missing, it can result to now the accumulation of what those things that those enzymes are supposed to what act on, right? So this is a case of maple syrup disease. So in maple syrup disease, there's missing enzymes which you get to look at them, right? So we'll get to look at this disease from the definition, the symptoms, the types, okay? Then treatments that could also follow for this. Now for the definition, we said that what maple syrup disease is it's quite rare, okay? But it's an inherited metabolic disorder. So if you say something is metabolic disorder, I say that what it's actually what has to do with what body's metabolism. So the maple syrup disease is what affecting the body's ability to break down certain amino acid. So some types of amino acids are not being broken down in the body. Okay. So what are the causes? It's usually what genetic mutation, right? So maple syrup urine disease is what caused by mutations in genes that code for a branched chain alpha-ketoacid dehydrogenase. Okay. So in short form, they say what BCKAD. Okay, that's what branched chain alpha-keto dehydrogenase. Okay, and this is an enzyme complex which is responsible for breaking down amino acids like what leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Okay, symptoms coming. All right, what are the symptoms? The person will be passing out urine, and can you see the urine with a maple syrup urine disease? Like it's dark, okay, and the thing will be smelling. You get it? So that's the symptoms. There's a distinctive odor, right? So the condition gets its name from a sweet maple syrup like odor of urine, okay? And well, the patient will also be having earwax, all right, and there'll be sweat due to the buildup of amino acid. But the one that is mostly, how do you call it, mostly noticed what is a distinctive odor, okay? So the patient will also be having neurological issues, like they'll be having some neuro issues like that. So symptoms can include what poor feeding, vomiting, lethargy, irritability, seizures, and developmental delays. Okay, so you can see this. They usually put pictures of children when they want to illustrate maple syrup with this urine disease. Then you'll be having metabolic crisis. So without treatment, this maple syrup urine disease can lead to what? Metabolic crisis, which are life-threatening and require immediate medical attention, right? And see, this is it. You don't have the branch chain keto, is it acidic dehydrogenase? That name is quite long, right? So branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase, those are the enzyme complex, right? Now, what are the types of this maple syrup urine disease? We have the classic type, which is the most severe form, all right? And the symptoms appear shortly after birth. You have the intermediate what maple syrup urine disease, which is less severe with symptoms appearing later in infancy or early childhood. Then we have what intermittent maple syrup urine disease. All right, so symptoms will appear during times of stress, illness, or fasting. Okay, then we have thiamine responsive maple syrup urine disease, which responds to high dose of what vitamin B1, thiamine, and a restricted diet. Okay, all right. Then for the treatment, yeah, for dietary management, you know that basically the person will have uh, difficulties in breaking down protein. So you want to now restrict proteins in their diet, okay? So you give them a low protein diet to limit the intake of, okay, basically they should limit the intake of leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Then medical management, there's regular monitoring and immediate treatment during metabolic crisis. Then thiamine supplementation. For thiamine responsive maple syrup urine disease, high doses of vitamin B1 can help to manage the condition, right? Then early diagnosis and treatment of any disease are crucial for preventing what? Complications, right? Then it's also ensure that the individual can basically what heal better from the disease condition, right? So that's maple syrup urine disease from definition, causes, symptoms, types, and treatment.